Good evening. I'm Rachel Teedy. We come on air with more breaking news about the bridge explosion in Glenville. Brand new video shows the moments after the explosion. This was taken by Stephen Lounsbury. We have a live interview right now. Let's go to photojournalist Lindsay Shumway, who is interviewing the town supervisor after a truck hit this bridge. Lindsay.
So what can you say about the explosion? Can you confirm that an explosion did take place?
Yeah, about 6:36 p.m. tonight, a tractor trailer that was carrying some sort of fuel, either compressed natural gas, compressed air, we're not sure exactly, or propane, did hit the Maple Ave Bridge. It was a significant explosion, felt as far as Clifton Park, 200-foot flames in the air as it happened, sustained 50-foot flames. Fortunately, we do not know or believe there was any damage around surrounding homes or any other fatalities. The driver is not fatal either. He had third-degree burns. He's being taken to Westchester Medical Center for his burns. But other than that, we have our Woodhaven neighborhood is without power right now, and probably affecting a couple hundred homes.
Were there any other injuries except for to the driver?
Just the driver that we know of at this point.
What were the extent of the evacuations?
The evacuation for the surrounding area was a precaution because there's still fuel in that truck right now, whatever that is. It's not fuel as far as liquefied, so there's no environmental impact. No need to evacuate for that, but there's concern there'll be additional explosions until the fire is under control.
What's the radius of that evacuation roughly?
It was only the immediate homes in the area, so I'm not exactly sure of the radius.
Just also any update on, I know that we did confirm this earlier about Thomas Corners, idea?
There was an accident with the Thomas Corners chief en route to respond here with a pedestrian. I don't know the status of either of those parties and either of those vehicles.
Could you confirm that the chief was the one that hit?
My understanding was the chief of the Thomas Corners Fire Department. That's the information I got.
Hit somebody in a car or somebody walking?
Two vehicles. Yes.
Were there any injuries in that incident?
I do not know that at this point.
What kind of scene is expected? When is the road expected to be open?
We believe this will be closed at least all night, if not later. There'll be obviously need for inspection of the bridge tomorrow, so it'll probably be closed for some time. People should probably try to avoid Maple Avenue as best as possible for a while.
What's going on right now? They're still putting water.
They're still putting getting it under control, make sure it's completely out, but they are definitely still getting water on it to make sure that there's no residual flames or anything that would come up after it's out.
Is the gas still leaking?
So it's not any gas. It's liquefied gas. It's compressed natural gas or propane or something like that. So it was just, or maybe even compressed air. We're not sure. We know the truck was traveling from Pennsylvania. Not sure on its destination.
I know that this is very quick and kind of in the moment, but really this has been going on for a while. Does this invoke a broader conversation to come about?
Absolutely. I mean, the first thought was, God forbid, if there's a fatality here. This is something we feared for years, and this is obviously the most significant hit we've had to our bridges, either the Glen Ridge or the Maple, and it should invoke more discussion on this. Absolutely. You're welcome. We'll get more information as we know. Sure.
That was the town supervisor right now of Glenville, Chris Ketzley, giving us a live interview and a live update of the scene. I mentioned that brand new video. Let's show that. This is moments after the truck hit the bridge. This was taken by Stephen Lounsbury. He mentioned to me over a Facebook message there was a train going over the bridge at the time as well. You can see the flames there. And the town supervisor mentioned in that interview the flames were 200 feet high, 60 feet sustained. Ketzley also told me by phone that the driver is alive. You heard him mention that in the press conference as well. He has third-degree burns on his way to Westchester Medical Center. Ketzley said that the tanker truck, as you heard, was carrying compressed air or fuel right now when it hit the Maple Avenue Bridge. Let's head out live to Taniko Penix, who is live at the scene or near the scene of this. Tia, if you could tell us exactly where you are in relation to this, and then what can you see and hear and smell?
That's right, Rachel. Well, we were driving directly to the bridge, but police have that area blocked off to keep everything safe. So we're driving around, and right now we're in a Woodhaven neighborhood. A couple was kind enough to let us be back here in their backyard where you have a pretty good view of what's going on. There's a tree back here where you can actually still see the flames, and you see crews just pouring water or spraying water on that area. And like we see just a lot of fire crews, a lot of men on the ground just walking around. You can actually smell the propane in the area, and my photog is waving for me. I think he just wants to give you guys a better view, but it's a pretty active scene. We heard from the town supervisor, said the explosion happened around 6:30. It's now going on 8, so it looks like it's going to be a very long night. And again, we want to thank the couple that gave us permission to be back here in their backyard.
Thank you so much for that update here. And you can see that scene still going on behind her. The town supervisor mentioned that there are power outages in the area. We checked on those. National Grid reports there are less than, or there's about 434 customers in the area without power, less than what we saw at our last update with you at about 7:30 or so. Of course, a very fluid situation. Another photo from a viewer. This is from Bridget Stapleton of the flames there, and that shockwave felt throughout the area as far as Clifton Park. We heard the town supervisor say that. We actually had viewers telling us that as well. So quite the scene out there tonight. And in that photo, can we put up that photo one more time? I think you could see the train actually on the bridge as that fire goes by. That I could be mistaken, but that looks like a train is going over the bridge right now with that flame in the back. We have reached out to the railroad as well, CSX, to see if they have any response of this. Of course, the inspection of the bridge is going to have to be done. Maple Avenue is expected to be closed for the rest of the evening. I would not go in that area if I were you. The town supervisor is saying please avoid Maple Avenue at this point in Glenville because of the mess there. Evacuations were issued as well for the immediately surrounding area. As a precaution, they are not seeing any fatalities or injuries that were reported except that of the driver, again with 3rd-degree burns right now. We also heard from the town supervisor that the Thomas Corners fire chief was involved in a crash on his way to this scene, and we heard that from a viewer as well, but waited for that confirmation from the town supervisor saying that he hit a pedestrian on the way, but not a lot of details available on that at the moment right now. But as you can see on your screen, we have team coverage of this right now. We will continue to bring you team coverage throughout the rest of the evening as fire crews are on scene. We'll have the latest on News Channel 13 live at 9 on My 4, and we'll cut in as needed.